Pretty much nothing I can't do in the ring. I can fight going forward, I can fight going backwards, I can fight going side to side, I can box, I can counterpunch, I can slug it out, I can switch from orthodox to...
I am sure in the end in the mid of September, we will have one of the greatest fights ever happen.
That kind of calm is scary to watch because it shows experience. You can see that he's been doing this for decades. You can see it with his shadow boxing. You can see it.
Netflix offers fans an unfiltered up-close look at Terence Crawford's intense first day of training for his upcoming fight with Canelo Alvarez. From early warm-ups to tough bag work, Crawford shows sharp focus and determination. His team pushes him hard, capturing every sweat-soaked moment. Turki Alalshik, a top Saudi sports official and entertainment entrepreneur, recently made a bold statement. He's sure the upcoming boxing match in mid-September will be one of the biggest fights of the year. In a viral photo, Alalshik stands between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, showing confidence and excitement. His prediction adds weight to the fight, making it more than just another big event. It's a key moment in modern boxing. The image of Alalshik smiling with two of boxing's best highlights how much he believes in the importance and excitement this fight will bring.
Wonderful. Cover
because we are true fighters.
Yeah, two fighters.
True fighters.
True, yeah, of course. No, not YouTuber fighter.
Huh?
Not YouTuber fighters. Yeah, of course.
They need to talk and talk shit about the fight because they want to say something. The people know we are great fighters. They want to put a great fucking fight.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk
I am sure in the end in the mid of September we will have one of the greatest fights ever happen in boxing. And I am sure.
The buzz around the fight exploded when it was announced that the entire event will be streamed exclusively on Netflix after signing a groundbreaking deal. This is a game-changer for fight distribution, bringing a major boxing event straight to viewers worldwide through a popular entertainment platform. Everyone wins, fans get easy access, Netflix boosts its live sports lineup, and promoters tap into a huge built-in audience without the usual pay-per-view limits. This new approach promises to reach more people and engage a wider range of viewers, setting a fresh standard for premium boxing content.
Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford has a venue and has a streaming platform. The fight will be in Las Vegas and Netflix will be streaming this fight. Now, I have high hopes for Netflix because like we saw Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, a lot of buffering. I don't think Netflix will make that same mistake again because this is the biggest fight in boxing since Pacquiao and Mayweather. And if Netflix can provide no lagginess, no buffering throughout the whole event, Netflix is going to be very respectable as far as a streaming platform for big events. Like, this is going to be interesting, but let me know if you guys think that Netflix is going to be struggling again or they're going to be prepared this time.
Fighters, trainers, and fans are all focused on Saturday, September 13th, in Las Vegas, a city known for legendary boxing nights. This date promises prime-time attention and taps into the city's rich boxing history, world-class venues, and global tourism draw. Las Vegas offers the ideal setting, with its busy casinos and top-notch production facilities, making sure the event is both spectacular and smoothly run. Choosing a Saturday night in mid-September also boosts the chance of high viewership, matching up perfectly with audiences worldwide looking for top weekend entertainment.
We've got breaking news out of the world of boxing. Canelo Alvarez will square off against Terence Crawford for the unified super middleweight championship later this year in September. Alvarez, who has 62 wins and 39 knockouts to his name, will have one of the toughest matchups of his career against a 41-0 undefeated Bud Crawford. That fight is set to take place on Saturday, September 13th in the city of Las Vegas.
Dana White, UFC's CEO and a major name in combat sports, made a surprising announcement. He's actively promoting the Crawford vs. Canelo fight. This crossover shows a new level of cooperation between boxing and MMA. White's involvement opens up fresh marketing opportunities, wider media coverage, and a chance to connect with fans from both sports. His influence brings UFC's strong promotional power into boxing, adding new energy, innovative formats, and muscle to this high-stakes event.
More unrelated to this fight, but Turkey made it seem like you weren't going to be promoting the Terence Crawford-Canelo fight. Is there anything you can kind of clear up on that?
He made it feel like I wasn't?
Yeah, well, he said that someone else was promoting it. He didn't say no TKO, he just didn't include your name in a tweet, and people kind of freaked out online about like, where'd Dana go?
I'm going to tell you what's awesome, man. So there's a lot of fucked up things about boxing, but they don't say shit. I mean, nobody talks. It's the most amazing thing. If we sign a deal, I gotta fucking get on my phone quick and go, hey, we just fucking, because 90,000 people will be out there talking about it. These guys don't talk. I'm promoting the fight.
Terence Crawford's impressive career shows his wide-ranging skills. Starting from humble roots, he stayed undefeated across different weight classes and against many fighting styles. Crawford combines smooth, versatile footwork with powerful counterpunching, always moving to gain the best position while making smart moves. What really sets him apart is his ring IQ. He reads opponents, spots openings, and adjusts his strategy during fights to stay ahead. Despite this brilliance, many casual fans overlook him, often drawn to flashier power punchers. Crawford usually wins with smart patience rather than big showy moments. This difference highlights a common story. His skill doesn't always get the praise it deserves.
Crawford, on the other hand, he has been walking down his fighters, and people don't see that but me. For some reason, when I had that tape, people were screaming cat. And it's like David Evanesia, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Gamboa, a Mean Machine. Even against Madrimov, the way he won the fight was by fighting. It wasn't Floyd Mayweather sticking. This guy has been too athletically gifted, and I mean too strong for his ops. When he's in orthodox, he boxes more. When he switch, he becomes a puncher. And now he's coming out southpaw. He ends you. He is not, you gotta watch him fight. He does do athletic things where his hands and his feet work together, and he catches you for sure. But what he mostly do is he punishes and he bullies his op because he walks you down and whips your...
Renowned analyst BMAC gave a detailed take on the fight. While Canelo Alvarez is clearly elite, powerful, polished, and one of the best pound for pound, BMAC argues that Crawford's technical skill, quicker speed, and smart ring control give him the edge. He highlights Crawford's laser focus, mental preparation, and dedication leading up to the fight. According to BMAC, in this matchup, Crawford's ability to control distance, land precise counters, and adjust on the fly could outmatch Canelo's well-known aggression and intensity.
Fucking great about it, man. Just talking to Bud, and he motivated. He ready to go.
He's been waiting a long time for this fight, you know what I mean? You guys are taking off a long time, just waiting for the Canelo fight. You haven't fought since August last year.
Industry experts praise Crawford's skill to think, survive, and perform inside the ring. But this fight calls for adjustment. It's Crawford moving up to a heavier division to face Alvarez in his home middleweight class. Analysts warn that big style changes now could hurt his performance or throw off his rhythm. Instead, Crawford is expected to rely even more on his key strengths: precise, top-level counterpunching and calm patience, as a smart way to handle Canelo's size and power. By sticking to what he knows best, Crawford lowers risks while using the skills that got him this far.
We need to talk about it. When we look at the guys who've had success with Canelo, we'll look at Bivol, we'll look at Golovkin, we'll look at Floyd, and we'll look at Lara. Yes, I'll throw Lara in there, why not? I think all these fights are absolutely irrelevant coming into this bout. Some of them are just dated, or some of these guys' style just cannot apply. For example, a guy in Lara. If Crawford wanted to fight how Lara fought Canelo, he would probably gas out in 7 rounds, or if he made it 12, he just wouldn't get that decision. It's that simple. Let's take a guy in Golovkin. Crawford just simply does not have the punching power, nor do I think he has the gas tank at 68. He's not a good enough puncher to try to fight Canelo like Golovkin. He doesn't have the physical traits, even in the chin department. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. While both can have a bit of similarities, the speed, reflexes, technical prowess, too much from Floyd. I don't think Bud could take much from Floyd's game plan to implement it into his own.
Up-and-coming commentator Nico Ali Walsh offered an interesting view. Crawford's recent sparring with heavyweight level partners didn't just test his toughness. It also proved he can handle the strength and size needed against a naturally bigger fighter like Canelo. Seen this way, the fight becomes a smart battle of skill versus size. Walsh's point suggests Crawford has purposely trained to overcome the physical gap, making the weight difference less of a problem and maybe even turning it into an advantage.
People with Canelo before Canelo's last fight, but then after Canelo's last fight, it seems like it's more 50-50 now. So everything is just the build up for that fight is just going to be absolutely magnetizing. Like that fight, it's garnered so much more buzz after Canelo's last fight, and Bud is Bud. He's one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. He is one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. So it's going to be a fight. Because me and Bud are cool, and I have so much belief in Bud, and I know who he is as a fighter. He is one of the greats. So he could do anything he wants.
And being around both of them and seeing how they work and train and things like that, what makes both of them the fighters they are, in your opinion?
I've watched Bud, so for Bud in particular, he's calm in everything he does, and that kind of calm is scary to watch because it shows experience. You can see that he's been doing this for decades. You can see it with his shadow boxing. You can see it. So that's what makes him great.
Veteran fighter Brook speaks from experience. Having fought both Gennady Golovkin and Terence Crawford, he warns that Canelo presents a whole new challenge for Crawford. Brook contrasts Crawford's careful speed-based style with Canelo's mix of power, smart ring IQ, and ability to adapt during rounds. His analysis shows this fight isn't about raw strength or flashy moves. It's a strategic chess game where every step, jab, and feint matters. Crawford will need to use both his quickness and sharp mind to beat this tough opponent.
It's a wow. It's a wow fight, you know what I mean? It's two supreme athletes fighting against each other, but you've got to sway towards Canelo. Crawford's gonna have to, move up, and I knew when I boxed Golovkin, there's a big difference, especially with someone that, fighting a middleweight, a mediocre world champion's okay, but when you're fighting someone like, Canelo or Golovkin, it's a different kettle of fish, I have to lean towards Canelo, but, Crawford's very, very, very good.
Do you think Crawford still got the legs? Obviously, he's very much got great IQ in the ring. Do you feel like he's still got the legs to be maybe out moving Canelo if he needs to?
Well, I don't know. I think when we look back at Mayweather when he beat Canelo, he's a mover. Crawford's not really like Mayweather in that aspect. He's more. He kind of sets his feet and he's cute with how he approaches chucking shots and moving. You know what I mean? I think it's a different fight to Mayweather, and Canelo's obviously a different fighter from when he boxed Mayweather. But like I say, it's one of them what we've got to tune into and watch. Both unbelievable fighters, but I'd have to favour Canelo. Just his size and his experience. and just his ring.
Legendary broadcaster Jim Lampley recently shared his confident view that Canelo has what it takes to win this fight. While he recognizes Crawford's top-level skills, Lampley believes Canelo's mix of championship experience, strong physical power, and tough mindset gives him an important advantage. He points to Alvarez's history of performing under pressure, his consistent ability to do damage, and his resilience late in fights. For Lampley, it's Canelo's mental strength and battle-tested toughness that could make the difference.
He's a great defender. He has the most solid punch resistance of anybody in the sport. Nobody's ever knocked him off balance. Nobody's ever really knocked him down. There's only one official knockdown in his career, and it was because he bounced off the ropes when Jose Cotto hit him with a hard shot to the chest. And the referee employed a strict interpretation of the rules and said, oh, the ropes held you up, so that's a knockdown. He's never been put on his back by anybody. He rides horseback every morning. His legs are the strongest in the sport. You're not going to beat Canelo until somehow over a long period of time, Canelo beats himself. If he gets tired of all the discipline he has had to employ to make all the money he's made, if he has enough giant ranches in the Yucatan, if he has a my mind when we get closer. Bud Crawford, to me, is a latter-day Sugar Ray Robinson. He has the multiple skills of Sugar Ray Robinson. He can defend or attack. He has a deep inner mean streak that he can employ at any moment in a fight to get what he wants. You know, before the fight against, help me out here,
Madrimov was his last fight. Spence?
Spence.
Yes.
Before the fight against Errol Spence, there were quite a lot of people in the sport, in boxing media, who were saying, you know, I like Spence to win the fight. I was one of those people who said, no way. Errol Spence doesn't have the depth and the intellectual understanding of prize fighting to beat Terence.
Iconic trainer Teddy Atlas shares a balanced view. He openly admits Canelo's power, size, and athleticism are major weapons in the fight. But he also highlights Crawford's technical skill, ring intelligence, and strong dedication as equally powerful factors. Atlas believes Crawford's speed and sharp tactics could match or even cancel out Canelo's physical edge. In his expert opinion, this isn't a one-sided fight but a battle between equals, each with unique strengths and the ability to come out on top.
He's too big, and, you know, Crawford, as good as he is, he stepped up with Madrimov, and he struggled a little bit. You know, he won, but it was more competitive than we thought. Well, we didn't understand how good Madrimov was because we underestimated him because he only had 10 pro fights, but he had 300 amateur fights. He was a good, solid fighter, right? And he's on this card, of course, but he was a good, solid fighter. We didn't understand that, so we started to knock down Crawford a little bit because our expectations were so high, and that's wrong. That's wrong. He won, he changed gears, he did what he had to do when he realized the level of this guy in front of him, and he got the win. But again, people are going to say Canelo's too big. He had trouble with a 154-pound guy when he went up from welterweight to that. So now he's going up to 168. Teddy, come on. How are you going to make an argument to beat big guys? Because you reverse it. You reverse who's got the advantage and the disadvantage. Yeah, the size, the power of Canelo, he's got the advantage. Then all of a sudden you go back and you say, wait a minute. The other guy's faster. The other guy's craftier. The other guy has more options. The other guy is slicker. Oh, maybe he's got the advantages. Like the first time Pacquiao fought De La Hoya. And I know De La Hoya was having trouble with weight and all that. I get it, and that's fair. But still, I remember I picked that one. Every once in a while I pick one right. I remember that I picked that one where Pacquiao's going to win. And I said, yeah, you're saying that De La Hoya's bigger, he's stronger. He's got the power edge, he's got this edge. But the other...
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for the next one.